Foods, Viking Cooking School, and Hilton Worldwide.
Hey y'all, it's Paula Dane, and you are listening to Dane and Tom on Restaurant Radio.
I'm Bill Curtis, and I just found Restaurant Radio.
And we are here broadcasting live from the epicenter of Guy Nation. It is Johnny Garlics in Santa Rosa. We made the pilgrimage to the Taj Mahal of taste buds. Dane, Neal, Tom, Radio website, Restaurant Radio.tv. Of course, you can find us on Twitter at Restaurant Radio, Facebook at Restaurant Radio.
This segment is brought to us by our friends at Hilton Worldwide. Great accommodations. Yeah, they set us up with our man Bob Pellegrini with a vowel at the end. You notice that? And Joe Viola, the manager, another vowel at the end.
You think you're taking a staycation, just get out of there, maybe have a fight
What
at
do you
home or
think?
something. Boom,
Right there.
I'm telling you, those guys hook it up
They
big
do.
time. Good stuff.
All right, guys. Now here we are. We are live at Johnny Garlics. People see you now. They see you on Minute to Win at NBC. They think of you as a celebrity game show host. They see the stuff on diners, drive-ins, and dives. They see you out there as a television star. But you've been walking the walk as a restaurateur for many, many years now.
Well, the stories that we could tell you of where we're sitting right now and what's happened. I mean, it's been almost 15 years now that we've been at Johnny Garlics. And it's been an amazing ride. I mean, it's been one of those things that you look at. All I wanted to do was be a great dad and own a restaurant. And that's all I wanted. I mean, that was really what it was all about. And to now have 5 restaurants, soon to be 8, 4 shows on TV, and more importantly, 2 healthy kids.
Wow.
I sit here when you bring it up like that, I kind of go, oh,
wow.
Yeah.
Well, what is it about, for those people that are learning, you're going to learn as listeners all around the country, learn about the restauranting side of Guy in the different places. What is it that makes Johnny Garlics and Tex Wasabi's different, special, outside of the logo and you? What makes it so great?
I mean, I don't know how to really put it. I think that there's a lot of great restaurants in this world. I mean, I think that I'm actually surprised that when you go into a restaurant and they're not great. I mean, that's the difficult side of it for me is you got the opportunity. People die to be in this business. I mean, people are celebrities in another field, and what's the first thing they want to do? Go have a restaurant. So for me, I think that the integrity of the food, the attitude behind service, and I use the attitude behind it. I mean, what are we really doing here? We're taking care of people. And taking care of people means a lot. It means not just serving great food and giving a good price. It means having a real energy about hospitality, wanting people to feel good. I mean, our general manager here, I think the guy just genuinely appreciates putting smiles on people's faces. And I think that's what we started it with. The mission statement of Johnny Garlics, the first thing we ever wrote down, my business partner and I, was create and keep guests. Create the guests and keep the guests. If you create the guests, then and you keep them, then it all just continues to build because people bring people.
That's right.
And that's what it's always been about. And as we evolve and as the company gets bigger, and with my opportunity at Food Network, we've just refined the food. We've just taken another step up, and it just continues to grow.
Well, we were here. We had our down earlier, and I told we were here last night, and we were treated great. But you could sense that the people that were here wanted to be your servers, and they added to the whole experience. This is our first trip to Johnny Garlics, and I can see a lot of these in Chicago, man.
Well, and that's the thing. It really comes from the foundation of how we do food and how we work with people. I mean, we promote from within. The kitchen manager that we have here, Chava, started with us as a dishwasher. 9 years ago. So when we see these opportunities, and we tell people all the time, if you're not getting more out of this place than just a paycheck, then you're something you're not doing. Something's not working for you. And it's I wish I could tell you what the system is, but there's not a system. It's a feeling. It's an attitude. And I'm really happy. When Food Network opportunity happened for me almost 5 years ago, and I left to go do that. I mean, I was on the road instantaneously doing shows. People said, how are the restaurants doing? You're gone. What's going on?
Right, exactly.
I said, you wouldn't believe it. I said, I didn't know that I wasn't needed. They're phenomenal. We have really, and that's what makes this happen.
Well, the employees here are obviously excited about being here, passionate about being here, and that's one of the things that comes through on Diners, Drives, and Dives. Definitely, you're showcasing the food, But everybody, to a person that you get there, part of the reason that they're on the show is they are excited about what it is that they're doing. Are those some of the things that you see when you're out there?
That's the whole attitude. I mean, we say there's a lot of places that have great food, and there's a lot of places that are attractions, but do they really have the energy about it? You know, do they really have do they really embrace it? And it has to be on Triple D. You got to have character, you got to have story, you got to have true passion, and you got to have real food. And unfortunately, sometimes we find great passion, and we find great story, and we find great location, and the food just doesn't make it. Or the food's fantastic, but the owners are long gone, and nobody there really cares. So there's a real true dynamic, a real true mix that makes it work. And when we highlight them, that's the reason everybody gets so excited about it, is because you're going, oh, this is what it's supposed to be.
Well, one of the things when people come out here, they make the pilgrimage to Tex Wasabi's, Johnny Garlic's, you know, the food is constantly being switched. We talk with Dave, and he says that you come back from your adventures and you've got ideas here and there. Do you see, this is almost a luxury because your job doesn't take you away from the food. It almost gets you out where you're out there kind of bird dogging for all the things that are out there. How often does that happen where you're saying, whether it's food or not, or whether it's maybe a system or something, you come back with something new?
David has to be like a catcher for the entire National League. Okay, he doesn't know what pitcher is coming with what, with what ball, and he's real good at fielding. And I also have my culinary director for the Knuckle Sandwich Company, Karina McAllister. She does a lot of my developments and works with me for Guy's Big Bite. And yeah, I push the boundary all the time. I'll give you the real true foundation of what happened with JG. Johnny Garlics, when Steve Gruber and I, he's my business partner, when we came up here to Northern California to open this, and this was really about finding a place where we wanted to raise our families more than where we were going to do a restaurant. I said, we can put a restaurant anywhere. We just got to do it with the right idea. But quickly what happened is, I said, I don't want to do a restaurant that sets us in any one ethnicity. I don't want to be known as just an Italian restaurant, just a Mexican restaurant, or an American restaurant. I want to be a restaurant with no boundaries. And if you look at our menu, we don't follow any boundaries.
You're right. Well, I got to tell you, the chicken parmesan, I tried the chicken parmesan, John. Guy in Chicago, you can challenge some of the best with that dish.
That is the thing that I say to folks, is if we really find out what we love about food, we love it done right. Our chicken parmesan, we don't have magic chicken. Okay, we've been trying to buy magic chicken, but that was with the golden goose and the beans, the jackpot. There's no magic chicken. You know, good chicken. We want to, use organics and buy local. And I really believe that we all need to focus on the slow food aspect and all these components. When it really comes down to it, treat the chicken the right way. Brine the chicken, season the chicken, use good product, use good oil, clean your fryers. I mean, it's all there for us. Just got to do it.
The execution is the key.
Well, some of the things for those people that come out here, they're going to get the food, and there's also some great new merchandising in there. Like any big celebrity, you're going to have your own lines of pots and pans, your own...
that's all coming. We got knives now and cool T-shirts and all that kind of stuff. And David and Brett Hutchison, Brett's our VP that runs the show. They came out. They got a Caesar dressing now that's out that you can get. But there's a huge Guy movement that'll be coming out in 2011.
Later on in the program, you guys are going to hear we've got a chance to talk to Panini Pete. We got a chance to talk to Stretch.
How did you get Panini Pete?
It's called the telephone, man.
All the way. Gosh, I love that invention.
From Fair Oak, Alabama, and the one and only Gorilla Rich is in the room. We're going to talk with him during the next segment, as well as Guy on all the different TV shows and all that kind of thing. So we talked with you last time about the possibility of you maybe doing Dancing with the Stars. We talked with you about maybe doing...
They're going to call it Tripping with the Stars. Falling with the Stars, starring Guy Fieri.
We talked about possibly doing a talk show and all those kind of things. Now, when at this point, before we get into the next segment, when is the Guy Fieri action figure coming out?
You know what it's going to have, though, is it's going to have karate chop and saute. Karate chop, saute.
All right, Restaurant Radio, Dane, Neal, Tom, Reboletti, live from Johnny Garlic's, the epicenter of Guy Nation. The website, one more time, restaurantradio.tv. And definitely follow us on Twitter, Restaurant Radio, and Facebook, Restaurant Radio. Tom, what do you think you're going to get? You got a new T-shirt here?
I'm just going to wear the T-shirt. I don't know. I'm going to have a guy sign my back or something. I don't know.
Dan from Lakeview Chefware gave some swag. We also have the Silver Saver.
Oh, I got to show Guy the Silver Saver.
We're going to test it out. Restaurant Radio, Dane, Neal, Tom, Reboletti. Quick break. We'll be back right after this.